Welcome back to Gene and Roger Talk Movies. The delightful Melissa Starkey is back with us today. And of course, I say delightful because every time you see Melissa Starkey, you know we're going to be talking about some appalling, horrible, inappropriate film. Today, it is 2007's Inside, another of our extreme French horror films. We've done Martyrs and Raw on this show, which are both completely extreme. But the most important part of the day, most important question, Melissa Starkey, where are you at with Inside?
I loved it. I loved it. How many minutes was it? It was...
I don't know. It went along just fine.
It was so fast because there was very little downtime.
Yes.
You start the movie with a car crash with a very pregnant woman.
Well, you
being
start
behind the wheel.
You start the film with womb cam.
Yes, it is a womb cam, and so you see with this car crash, baby appears to hit its head and blood in the womb. All of this from the womb cam, and so it starts out rather tragic because.
Well, certainly have never seen womb cam in a movie before.
No.
Only the French. Only the French.
No, only the French. Well, like on Look Who's Talking, I think there's a little bit of it, but not like this. Like that was light humored.
Right. That's not a horror movie.
No. I'm just saying there was a womb cam. But so you don't know who these people are, but she's pregnant. So you already are kind of got the feels for her. Mm-hmm. Husband's dead. Very dead. And, it just jumps to 4 months later?
Yep. She's obviously been in hospital recovering from this accident. Her husband was killed in the accident.
Yes.
There was another vehicle you see as part of the accident, so it appeared to be like a head-on collision kind of thing.
But we know nothing of that car.
Right. Yeah. They don't do anything with that. And then she spends the next 4 months in hospital, and she's due to give birth the next...
She's overdue. So they're going to induce her. Yeah. And I loved that nurse that came and sat by her in the waiting room. Horrible nurse. She says that she's had babies before. Is this your first? It's murderous. It's awful. She went through 13 hours of labor or something.
As she's smoking,
As she's smoking, and then she's like, and then it died. To a first time mom who's going to be induced the following day on Christmas. So yeah, I thought that.
So it's a Christmas movie.
It's for sure a Christmas movie. Terrifier. Yeah, it's definitely a Christmas movie, and it all takes place in a day and a half. Really,
right, so. And of course, with the exception of the hospital set, it's really just one set. So inside her house.
Right. So I thought I was going to get bored. Movies that take place in one place, I get bored. I was zero bored.
Well, because right away then, she's in this house, her house, and then this knock at the door. And it's like, oh, suddenly it's going to become like a home invasion kind of movie.
Right.
And there's this woman outside the door.
But we don't know it's a woman.
We eventually
learn. Yes, we do. And so she's smart. And I did think she was going to open the door. She did not open the door. This person who's knocking on the door knows more about her than the average person.
Correct.
Knows that her husband is dead. So she ignores and then...
Well, and I like how she calls the police eventually. So she takes this...
After they break her window, though.
Right. So the woman who's trying to get in is at the window, and she's... The lady's a photographer, and so she takes a photo through the window, which of course is blurry and hard to tell what it is. But she calls the police, and amazingly enough, unlike every other horror movie I've ever been part of, the police actually show up.
They show up, and in decent amount of time. Right. Yes, they cared. But did you, when the first time you saw it and you saw somebody smoking, did you think it was that evil nurse?
No.
No? A cigarette. I was like, ooh.
Although that's a good point because of the way she is acting around the woman smoking, obviously pregnant woman. She's smoking, the whole dialogue sequence where, she's really morose and kind of off.
Yeah.
that would be a good fit.
Yeah, but it wasn't her.
Yeah, but my brain didn't go there.
Oh, mine did right away. I was like, oh, it's her. But it was not. And so this woman is trying to get in, and she hits. It did not look to me like she had a weapon in her hand. Mm-hmm. Like she punches the window. The window cracks very hard. Does not break through. But yeah.
Well, and the thing I like too is because the protagonist is a photographer, that's her job. She actually then develops this film, but then she notices some of the other films she's developed that she sees this figure, this woman in those shots. So she's being stalked for an unknown and undetermined period of time.
So her editor, is it her editor?
Yeah.
She calls him, very smart, to call and say, I've got this photo. I need you to look at it. I need you to take a look at it. And so as things progress, the cops come. They leave the door open, though. They leave the door open. They're interviewing her. She's very heavily pregnant, very obvious that she's pregnant. They decide that the area is cleared. She's fine. They're going to check in on her every now and again throughout the evening. And they leave. She locks the door, and she falls asleep in a chair.
Right.
Yeah. And then she's dreaming. She has some pretty wild dreams. Help me out here.
Well, but at the end of the day, the woman is now in the house.
She is. But like I said, they left the door open for quite a while.
And then this is when the extreme French horror aspect starts to come into major play.
Right. And all of the things that we've spoke about already, it's very quick. Mm-hmm. It's all very, she doesn't get home and make a big long dinner and watch a movie. It's all very bam, bam, bam.
Well, and of course she does have a cat.
She does have a cat, but she doesn't like the cat.
Well, and of course, anytime you see an animal in any sort of horror film, it's is this thing going to be around at the end of the movie?
Right.
And of course, 99% of the time, the answer is no.
No, that cat did not make it to the end. Close.
Right.
A lot longer than several others.
Yeah.
So yeah, she has these dreams, and she ends up being attacked while she is in her bed with a scissors.
A large pair of scissors.
There's a large, magical pair of scissors. That pair of scissors.
The crazy lady is going to help her with that cesarean section.
For sure. And not the right way. Just going to go straight through the belly button. But she does. She stabs her and cuts her face in the struggle. Mm-hmm. And Sarah, we haven't even named her. Sarah is the pregnant lady. So pregnant lady Sarah gets away into the bathroom and locks herself in. And knitting needles in this movie.
I know.
Knitting needles. Who keeps knitting needles in their bathroom?
Well, I don't understand the French, so maybe they do.
Perhaps.
But yeah, they do have a lot of household instruments that are used for various bodily destruction.
Yes, in the bathroom. But it's just, it gets this lady, the crazy lady, is, I don't know if she is on some sort of amphetamine of sorts. She has the strength of Hercules. She is busting down doors. She is, she wants that baby.
Yep.
And the mom of Sarah ends up arriving at the house to check on her. And so crazy lady.
Well, but you're jumping a tiny bit ahead because remember the editor comes because the whole deal was it's
him first, yes.
He was going to give her a ride to hospital.
Right.
But because she had called him, he comes over.
Early, right.
But the evil crazy lady is already there.
And pretends to be the mom.
Right. The editor doesn't know the mom, has never seen her before, so she's now pretending to be the mom, which is just a great scene because Sarah is up in the bathroom, locked in there, there's a lot of blood going on in that bathroom right at this time.
Yes.
And downstairs, this crazy lady is having coffee or tea.
I think it was like scotch.
Yeah, whatever it is. And then the real mom shows up.
Right, and was like, I'm going straight up, like, who are you?
Right.
And goes up to check on her daughter, and the daughter has secured this knitting needle that is, and Sarah's plan was to stab the crazy lady with the knitting needle, but she ends up getting her own mother, and mom dies.
Well, and I just love how this movie plays out, because French horror is kind of its own unique thing where it does not shy away from just significant graphic violence.
Right.
This is not just you stab somebody and that's the scene. It's
blood shooting.
Spurting out and they're gasping and
yeah.
When the editor gets it, she's just going to town on him and smashes his head and all this other crazy stuff.
Right.
And so it's really extreme in a good way if you really enjoy horror, especially if you enjoy French horror. One of the interesting things about French horror is, they don't pull any punches. This is down and dirty and gruesome and nasty. It's not a lighter kind of horror film like a Friday the 13th or something like that, where it's just wacky fun time and blah, blah, blah. She is just, by the end of this movie, Sarah is just encased in blood from the various wounds she's obtained. The crazy lady also gets her face burned at one point.
That was wild.
By an aerosol can and a lighter.
Yeah. But to me, most like uncomfortable scene when the hole is in the bathroom door, Sarah gets her arm out the door, crazy lady stabs her hand into the wall, not the door. Arm is through the door. So her water has already broken at this time. She is like in pretty active labor, and her arm is through a door, stabbed with the scissors into the wall. Like, she can't sit down. She can't do anything. Like, so this is human centipede type thing where it wasn't just stapled to the wall. It's like big fat scissors through the bone. That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, and then of course that happens because the cops then showed up.
Right.
They are interviewing the crazy lady. Oh, we're just checking in on you, ma'am. Make sure everything's fine. And she's like, everything's fine. It's all good.
Right. And they leave.
Yeah. Well, they leave and then they realize,
She's
wait
not
a minute,
pregnant.
that woman's not pregnant. And so it's basically what it ends up being is more victims for this crazy lady to kill.
And then the poor sap in the car, one of the cops in the car was with a perp.
Yeah.
And was, it sounded like he was talking his wife down from being mad that he wasn't home yet on Christmas Eve or whatever. Oh, honey, I love you. It's okay. And so he hears this commotion going on in the house, and he tells this, suspect that's in the car, you have to come with me.
Yeah.
I can't leave you here. You have to come with me. And they go into quite the bloodbath.
Yes.
There's
bodies everywhere.
And they make it up the stairs into the bathroom. No, we can't skip over that. The one cop dying. That I did do the little startled jump. He gets to Sarah in the bathroom. She's on her knees. He pulls the scissors out so she can fall. Her arm can fall through the door. And she's sitting there and she's like, she's so beat up and I don't even think she knows what to think. But all of a sudden you just hear bang and you see the guy's face just shoot off half on her.
French horror, baby.
French horror. Crazy lady killed him. Shot him.
And this is interesting, too, because at the end of the day, this is really just a home invasion movie, but it's a home invasion movie that's done really, really well. You look at a movie like The Strangers or whatever, where that movie kind of just sucks as far as ratcheting up the tension and really going for it. And this movie just absolutely does that. And making the main character 9 months plus pregnant
right.
even ratchets up more,
right,
and makes it more uncomfortable to watch when at one point she's getting hit with a baseball bat in her
stomach. Yeah.
Very extreme.
Very, but so well done.
Uh-huh.
They didn't waste. That's the thing. So many horror movies, I feel like they go too long, and they waste time trying to create like a feeling for a character that like you don't get the feels for,
right.
or whatever. Like this was just pretty minimal cast,
right,
and very to the point, and nothing was too terribly unrealistic. Yeah, very
well,
very
and
done.
I love your point about false character development to where we have to care for them, because how many horror movies have we seen where there's all this stuff happening and then there's a quiet moment where one of the characters is like, well, when my mom died,
Yeah,
you're
like,
it's like, come on, it's a hockey masked killer, forget it. We
exactly,
don't care, right?
exactly. Yeah, don't waste my time. But no, it was fantastic.
And what did you think, without spoiling it, what did you think of the ending sequence?
Awesome.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
Alien, like,
right.
yes.
Right, because did it make you wonder, wow, this movie, I wish it could have gone on 10 minutes more. And just to see what happens here now.
I love that I don't know.
Okay.
I love that I don't know. And I mean, of course, it's not the ending that, is like, hooray, but that horror movies aren't supposed to be
no,
like that.
Definitely not.
Right. And so could this go on? Like, very well done. The fire to the face, like
lots of practical effects.
Lots of, very well done.
Yeah, it is a subtitled film, of course. It is a French horror film. I'm sure there's a dubbed version out there somewhere if you were absolutely appalled by watching subtitled films.
But you would figure it out even if you weren't reading it.
Right. There's only a sequence towards the latter part where, okay, that's important dialogue, where you really then learn about how this crazy lady knew so much. Sure. But other than that, yeah, it's all just kind of doesn't matter. You can easily follow the film just by the visuals alone.
For sure.
And I also highly recommend this movie. It is definitely great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I did not upset Melissa Starkey this week like I did with Human Centipede 2.
Yeah.
But any final statements about Inside?
No, I'm just really glad you redeemed yourself. And I highly recommend.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's one of the great ones. Always a joy to have Melissa Starkey on. I kind of like it when Gene can't attend one of our tapings, because then I can bring Starkey on for a movie that Gene would never want to talk about.
Love it.
So we'll be back next week with something different. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
See ya.